everybody, welcome to Chat with Kat. I'm so glad to have you back with us today. So, major update, I'm so excited. I have officially finished the first draft of my novel, Redeemed. Woohoo! Excited! Let's throw a party. I would if I could. But with the restrictions still and stuff, probably not a good idea. Anyway, so I finished. I have about 65,000 words, just under that, which isn't exactly the amount I wanted. I wanted to be up near 70, after 70,000, but that's not bad for a rough draft. So, what I'm going to do is take a couple days off, let it sit and simmer, and then next week sometime, or even after Christmas, I'll pick it back up and start reworking it and editing and filling in some gaps, because I know there's always gaps. So that's my big update for today. Is I'm so excited. And then I don't know if you know, but for me at least, when I'm at this point in a book where I've reached the end of the first draft and I'm getting ready to edit, my mind starts spinning off into other books. So yeah, I've already started plotting out the next novel. I don't have a name for it yet. It's going to be a romance, I think, but it'll be out after Redeemed sometime next year. So I already have the main characters and I have the general plot outline, and so I'm working through that. So as part of that, I don't know if some of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, but I posted a picture of my character board that I created just for plotting out the characters in my books. Well, over time I found that it's not really helpful for me, because basically what it was is I put the name of the character and then I list attributes and different things that I want the character to do. It just didn't work for me, so I do that in a notebook now. But what I've done is I've totally revamped this board over here, and I've made it a scene board instead of a character board. And let me show you, it's really awesome. So yeah, there it is. Isn't that neat looking? So here, let me show you closer. So as you can see, I used washi tape, which is really pretty, to divide it, and create these little plates with the acts on them. So I've divided it up into 4 sections: Act 1, Act 2A, Act 2B, and Act 3. And so what I'm going to do with those is, hold on, let me grab my things. I'm going to use these Post-it notes, and I'll put them, I have 4 different colors, and so each section will have its own color. And then I'll just write scenes on these, and put them up here, and I can rearrange them. I can make them, if I don't like them in one area, I can move them down to another area, stuff like that. So that makes it really handy. I don't know if you know what a scene is. So a scene is basically, I think of it as the building blocks of your novel. So every novel has, I don't know, 100, 150 or more scenes. It depends on how long the novel is, but they're just little sections that drive your plot forward. So each one, each one has to fit with the previous one. So that's what a scene is. So that's what those Post-it notes are for, is for those scenes. And so the reason why I have it divided into 4 sections, if you'll notice, is the middle is always the largest chunk of your book. And so the Act 1 is your introduction, getting to know the characters, setting it up for the climax and all that stuff. And so then Scene 2, I've divided it into 2 sections because, like I said, it's a big chunk. So by the end of 2A, the end of 2A is going to be the middle of the book. hopefully. Yeah, so that's generally what it is, and that's where like the big climax, the big exciting moment happens. And then 2B is all that deals with it, making new plans and all that stuff. And then Act 3 is going to be your final roll into the ending and the resolution. So the scenes really help that out. And so, like I said, I'm already planning out scenes for the next novel, which is going to be good. It's exciting. So in the meantime, like I said, I'm taking a couple days off to just relax, let my brain rest. And so I found something that's going to keep me occupied for the next few days. So how many of you like to take photos? Because I am a photo addict. I'm not kidding. We went to New York once and I took like over 1,000 photos in 7 days. 1,000 or more in 7 days. And so I take a lot of photos, and I think that stems from when I was a kid. We don't have very many photos of certain family members, and I really wish we did, because they're gone now, and I can't have that visible reminder. Like I said, I am a visual person. So what I did is, well, now that everything's on digital, it's kind of a pain when you want to look at old photos to have to go onto your app or your computer, open up the folder, and scroll through to see all your pictures. My husband and I, we like the old-fashioned way of pulling out an album and flipping through the pages. It's much more fun to do that. And so we decided that we were going to start this long journey of printing out all of our digital photos. Boy, was that a task. So last year I printed out year 2013 to 2019, which was a lot of photos. Took up 5 photo albums, and so those are already done. But I had from 1998 until 2012 to do, which is basically almost 15 years of photos. And so I don't like to pay full price for anything. I'm sure most of you don't either. So I waited, and Walgreens actually is right now, they have a sale on their 4x6 photos for 10 cents a copy, which is really good because they're normally 23 cents. So that's saving 13 cents every copy. So I went down and I printed out almost 1,400 photos. I'm not kidding, 1,400. You want to see what that looks like? Here, watch. Let's see. See those boxes? Let me get a better shot. Yeah. 7 boxes of photos, and those things are jam-packed. I'm not kidding. There's not any room in those boxes. So what happens when you send it off to get photos printed is a lot of times they don't stay in the order that you wanted them to be. They just run them through the machine and they get mixed together, and so the photos are not in order. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be organizing my photos according to year and even in the time of year. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I'm also, as if that's not enough, how many of you have old 35 millimeter negatives? Do you remember what those are? For those of you who are not, who weren't there for the pre-digital age, 35 millimeter negatives are these, just strips with your pictures, and those are the ones that you would send, you would get back with your photos when you got them printed out. And so, yeah. So what I was gonna do is, I think I have a box of those, like a box, and I was gonna send them out to get them scanned and digitalized through a company, but all the companies I found are like really expensive. I mean, it would literally cost me $500-600 to get all my 35 millimeter negatives scanned, which to me, I don't want to pay that much money. So I thought, oh, I'll look it up on Amazon and see what I can find. So actually, I think it was Cyber Monday. I found this great deal. And so I bought this thing called Pic Scanner. Yeah, pic scanner. It's just very simple. So what it is you use your own camera to scan the negative. And so I got it for $29.99, which was a savings. It was half off. Normally it's $49.99, but of course prices change, so it could possibly be more expensive, but I will actually post that down in below this video, so if those of you want to take a look at it. So this is what it looks like when you get it out of the box, just like that. So you'll notice on the top there's a hole. So you put your camera here and make sure the camera, or your phone, and make sure your camera's lined up with that hole. And then, let me take the top off. And then on the bottom is this square area. See, it's like that. And so you can slide, whoops, so I can get it. You slide your negative in, and there's a light underneath it which takes two AA batteries, and it projects the image up to your camera, and then you just use your camera to snap a photo, and then you've got your photos digitized. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm going to be digitizing photos. I know, a lot of work, but it's going to be so much fun to have it done. And then eventually I'll get them all organized and in the photo albums and all that stuff. Yeah, so that's my plan. So before we go, do you have any crafts or projects that you're trying to get done in the weeks before Christmas? If so, please comment down below. Let me know, and I'd love to discuss it with you. Also, there's a discussion tab which I will post random things in there. So if you want to take a look at the discussion tab on the channel, that would be great. Before you go, I would appreciate a thumbs up. That basically tells YouTube that you like this content and you want to see more of it, and it helps send my little video out into the feed so I can get more people to watch it. Be sure to comment. Drop me your feelings, your ideas, thoughts, whatever, questions. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you ring the bell, because even if you subscribe, YouTube will not send you notification. You won't know that I post new things. The only way to do that is to actually ring the bell. So yeah, so that's my exciting news today. Is like I said, I'm so excited that Redeemed is done with the first draft. I also have exciting news. I waited to the end. I have developed a new cover for it because, as you know, the book changed, so the cover had to change. But I'll be updating that in a month or so. We'll have a big cover reveal video, which will be exciting. So the covers changed. I've got that down, and I'm ready to go. So yeah, so I'm so glad that you guys joined me today, and Merry Christmas. Bye.